Coming to you live and uncensored. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm oh so fresh with my co-host, yet to be named.
That's me. We talk about everything from new gadgets, gizmos, politics, movies, and music.
And our very own personal stories, because you know a motherfucker has to keep it real.
You know, I'm just going to start right here. I'd just like to start out by saying that this week I am a different man than I was last week, because something major happened during the course of this week that really changed the trajectory of the Hype Podcast.
Did you spend a whole week not using the N-word?
No, that's never going to happen.
I was about to say, too. Fine God.
That's never going to happen. I'm not woke.
Are you
not woke.
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
I'm talking about what you think I'm talking about.
Seriously? Do you want to get me fucking started on that, right? See, I'm cussing already.
I think we should just address it off the top. No need for applause. Let's just go ahead and kick this off.
All right.
This is the Hype Podcast. I'm DJ Oh So Fresh, and the last episode you may have heard was called the Hype Broadcast because we were moving our show to a different medium, which is actual terrestrial radio. If you don't know what terrestrial is,
that's like the Hype Podcast was moving mainstream. We'll just say that
we were going mainstream. So you might have noticed in the last episode that there was no profanity, but what had happened was
see the way my bank account set up.
I gotta check his savings.
So we were contacted about putting our show on a radio station, and that sounded great. And we were offered a time slot on the station, and that's where we run into the major conflict.
Okay, hold on. So just top to bottom, we were emailed. We were offered a time slot.
We were offered a time slot.
No negotiations. It was one signature email that was, "Hey, I like what you got going on. I'm a big fan of the show. Have been for a long time. Where we have this time slot open that I'd love to fit you guys in. Your edgy mentality is gonna work with what we're going with."
Yeah. Sign. Bring back the handy. So, as we move forward in the story, basically, we were told that, hey, we want a half-hour version of your show, and you could even you could just cut out a piece of the show and deliver it to us, and just bleep out the cuss words. And I said, you know what? Fuck that. That's not going to work. That's not the way we do it.
Now, let me pause you for just a second. When Oso decides to pause and go a different direction, that is a super mega big deal. Like, we don't just stop cussing for anybody. Let's be honest.
No, we don't do that for anybody. So, fuck you.
Fuck your life.
I can use this is an episode that's just going on our podcast page. I can say fuck you, fuck your life. I can say fuck Swizz Michaels and Swizz Miss fucking Coco. Fuck that too.
Hey, just because we're back on the Hype Podcast doesn't mean you can drop the N-word whenever you feel like it. FYI.
Yeah. Oh, did you drop the N-word?
He did. He was like, oh, listen here, that just happened. Play it black. We can play. I was gonna say play it black. I was gonna say play it black. God, that's what the Crown World does to me.
Please play it back.
So basically, we take the initiative and the time and the energy and the effort, because my man was in Japan. My man was in Japan, and you never know. NSA.
Yeah, it's true.
You never know.
It's true. Listen, I've been fingerprinted and photographed. They know. Who cares? Yeah. They know I've been there. But the thing is, I was in a different time zone. I got up, I got ready, I got prepared for the show, and we made it happen for these folks down here at. You know what? I'm going to say it. We got ready. We did a show for these folks down here at X-Ray.
Yeah.
Local Portland radio station, and I hate to even give them props right now because the response we got for the clean, edgy show that they requested was nonsense. Damn. Absolute freaking nonsense.
Hey, but shout out to Swizz Michaels over there. We got compliments on the production.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it sounded fantastic? It was edgy. There was no cursing. You know what their main problem was? And I know you know, but this is for the listeners. Oh, I don't know about down on Couch Street. And then you corrected me and said, no, it's Cooch Street.
Like the lady part.
Like the lady part.
Yeah.
And this cat came back and was like, we just can't have that on our show. That is the oldest joke in Portland ever.
That is
every out-of-towner in the history of out-of-towners was like,
the most Portland joke ever.
Yeah. Oh, it's Couch Street. No, it's Cooch.
That's how
it's not spelled Cooch.
And you're going Oregon.
Right. And now, if you've listened to the Hype Podcast and you've been a long-time fan, doing the air quotes over here for everybody who can't see.
I don't want to misquote the man. He didn't say long-time fan. He said he checked out some episodes.
No, read the email again. Okay. I've been a fan for a while.
Oh, okay.
That's a long-time fan to me. A while is more than a week.
Well, buy a t-shirt, fool.
There you go. You've been a fan for a while, and you don't... Like, what show are you listening to, idiot? Seriously.
Hey, don't call names. Don't call names.
I didn't refer to him.
Oh.
I just said, what show are you listening to, idiot?
Oh, just
so if he wants to,
if the shoe fit,
if the shoe fit, if your little Cinderella slipper fits, wear it, baby.
If that's your size 13 Nike, then I suggest you slip it on. So basically, we last week at this time, we completed an episode that was to air at 12:30 on Thursday afternoon. 12:30 p.m. That's Pacific. I don't give a fuck where you live. It's 12:30 p.m. right here.
Right.
So I submitted the episode that evening after we did it, and we went through. Me and Shaq listened to it. We listened to it at least one more time.
We all listened to it. We listened to it together, and then you guys listened to it one or two times after I let you guys go.
Yeah, and to make sure it was clean. And the three of us have all collectively worked in radio for about 25 years
plus.
So when I submitted it, and then I got an email in the morning saying it wasn't going to air and that some of the things were borderline obscene, it really caught me off guard because I don't know, I've been doing radio for a long time, and I have a good idea what obscene is, and I know what bad taste is.
Right.
I know when I kick politics that may not agree with your sensibilities. Right. I understand that totally, because to pull at the last minute, I mean, you knew what we were about. I don't know which episodes you listened to that made you think we were anything different. For us to go on a tangent about the homeless, yeah, because you know what? We speak for a working class, blue collar motherfucker that has pulled themselves up and got their shit done. So yeah. If I got a problem with the homeless treating it like it's their bedroom in high school, yeah.
Listen, if that was the main problem, if that was his only gripe.
The jokes about the homeless were a gripe.
No, if that was his only gripe, I understand.
But we did get compliments on being, right. funny and well produced.
No, exactly. If the homeless content was his only gripe, I understand. Because me, the person that I am, messing with you and saying you're one step above a homeless fucking veteran, it could be quite abrasive to some people.
Well, maybe.
But guess what? That is reality to some folks. And when you get that phone call that says, "I can't believe you aired that," that's content. That's feedback. People love that stuff. And you know what? That person is listening next week to see what else they can complain about.
What the fuck are they saying now? Because I think the biggest part of it is that we're starting conversations.
We are. No.
Where do I rank the black guy and the homeless guy? I mean, nobody ever thought about ranking.
No, you know what it is? It's that liberal wussy mentality where you want to sit there and be like, well, we can't say anything that might offend people. We can't go against the grain.
Well, unless we're shitting on Trump.
Yeah. There you go. And we shit on Trump all the time.
And I don't even fuck with the guy.
Right.
Pause on that.
Like you voted for Hillary.
Yeah, not
to rub it in, but you voted for Hillary.
Thanks for rubbing it in. Yeah, thanks. You do need to rub it in because I have my arm twisted.
No, but that is what makes the least amount of sense to me. Is if you had one complaint, I totally get it. Like if the Cooch Street joke, totally got you and you were worried about that, but now all of a sudden you're worried about the entire show. What have you been listening to? What on earth? And now when we respond to him and say, listen, put on your big boy pants. We know radio. We know what we do. And you want to sit here and try and coach us on an entirely different show? Fine. We need compensation. And then all of a sudden, oh, well, we want to put you guys on a comedy skit. No, that doesn't work. Now the Hype Podcast needs to get compensation. That's all I'm saying.
We need that slot. I think we need to be honest with you, I think we just needed that slot because it'd be a totally different situation to me, and I don't think I'd be as upset about it. I'm not as upset as I was, but I don't think I'd be as bothered by it if you told me that we were going to come on midnight every third Saturday.
Right.
And you air my show at midnight on every third Saturday. I'd be fine with that. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That lives up to expectations because I delivered my product, even went above and beyond to promote your station. I mean, let me go one step further. I have a fan base.
Let me go one step further. We dialed back the Hype Podcast and catered to your promotional expectations and then some.
We covered we covered one-liners, we covered everything. I mean, to me, and I'll tell you like this. I work in talk radio, and we all know that.
Minimum 40 hours a week.
And I will tell you straight up that I work on a show or I board up during a show that is 10 times worse than what we did last week.
Right.
10 times worse. The dude was talking about this dude was calling people dicks today.
Yeah. How ridiculous is that?
On air.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nationally syndicated guy.
Yeah. You're going to sit here and use vulgar language.
But let me go ahead and fuck up his world. I mean, we only got you because you're free, fucker.
Yeah.
Or because we weren't commercials for you. Come on, let's be honest. There is not $1 leaving our pockets here to pay for the bullshit you're providing.
Well, no, and that's my point. Like, if we're going to sit here and have to do an entirely different show, do an entirely different time segment to where not only you've wasted our time already, you're going to compensate me somehow. Hey, give me a handy, give me something. You're not going to sit here and just be like, hey, I'm going to take the Hype Podcast around on a leash and fucking do what I want.
Are we still accepting handies?
Dude, 24/7, baby.
Hell yeah.
I accepted them in Japan.
Did you never got your panties?
No, they're like $17 a piece or something like that. I Googled it. I didn't actually go check it out. But I actually ran into a friend of mine.
That's what you pay retail around here?
I don't. Yeah,
for good ones.
Yeah, but good ones aren't used. I mean, some people are into used ones.
The price goes up when they're used.
I'd hope so. But apparently in Japan, everything's cheaper. I don't even know.
So they're cheaper when they're used.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, you would think the nostalgic value would be like through the roof.
Well, I bet they're lower grade panties. They have to be lower grade panties.
Yeah, Walmart panties.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have Walmart over there, but like the equivalent.
I'm sure they have something close to
dollar
Walmart.
store.
Yeah, because there's no way you can make a profit selling expensive panties, buying expensive panties, having them worn, and then selling them for cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't want to get too into economics on here, but I don't see how that works.
But I think it's more of like a recyclable ensemble. Like they don't want to eat the entire cost of the panties. You know what I mean?
Oh, so like, hey, rock these for a couple weeks,
right? Yeah. And then we'll buy you new ones, and we can recoup 17 of the $24 that
Make sure you go running.
Right? Yeah. Like that type of shit. It's like
straight.
Yeah. like in the future, in like 2035, we're gonna wear clothes for one day and then eat them. You know what I mean? Like it'll be.
Is that your prediction from the future?
It really is, because they're already making clothes out of porn out of corn.
What?
Yeah. Look it up. They make clothes out of corn supplement nowadays already. Well, T-shirts and everything.
They're making gas out of it.
Right?
Well, yeah.
They're
making like clothes.
But today I was honestly in Costco thinking about the future, and I did one of the most impulse buys I have ever done. Well, in a long time. I buy a lot of shit. I've impulsively bought a lot of shit before, but
first of all, if you're in Costco, you are already light years ahead of the normal person. I'm just going to say that.
Well, I go in there and I just want to pick up a couple things. Hey, it's right by my job.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, well, carton of smokes. You know, because most smokers are idiots and never buy a fucking carton. I'm like, hey, we'll save a couple bucks.
It's not like you're not going to use them.
Yeah, they're gonna be put to work. So I'm sitting there, and this lady, she's taking her time. He's putting together her order because you go to a separate counter to get cigarettes, and then he pulls out. I guess she was a store owner, and then he sells her a big ass pack of lighters.
Wait, so she's a store owner going to Costco to get her inventory.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
God, that's capitalism.
No,
right
if you yeah, because if you have the platinum membership, then you get money
Right.
back at the end of the year.
Right.
Yeah, it fucking works. They give you your money back.
Yeah, no shit.
Thank you. All right, your membership fee is free.
So, big ass pack of lighters, like how big?
So I'm behind her, and then he grabs me and gives them to her. I'm like, oh, that looks like a healthy size pack of lighters. Like, that's probably cheap. I might as well pick some of those up. And then she moves. You know, she got her shit. She left. I walk up. I'm like, oh, I want a pack of Newport 100s. He's like, yeah, I'll grab those for you. And I said, how much are those lighters? And then he said, $39.99. And I was like, $39.99? He says it's only 75 cents a lighter. That's when I was sold.
Yeah. wait, 75 cents, 39? Dude, that's like 50 fucking lighters.
Yeah, I got 53 lighters for $39.99.
What are you gonna do with
That's
53
what I
lighters?
said when he brought them through the door.
And then I got three. No, I got the 50, the regular colors, and then they gave me 3 special edition ones as a bonus. You know,
Hold on, are these like collector's editions? Like
who collects? I don't know. Whoever collects lighters and
apparently
Pez dispensers,
fucking
call
you
me.
do.
Yeah.
Speaking of calling us, you can hit us up 442-999-HYPE and check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Hype Podcast.
Or you can check us out on Twitter. It's at The Hype Podcast, or Instagram at The Hype Podcast. And if you're old, crusty, dusty, and you still are using a Packard Bell computer, you can email us at thehypepodcast@gmail.com.
So if you collect lighters or pogs or magic cards
What about Pez dispensers?
or Pez dispensers, you should also hit us up too and show Oso your collection, because now he's one-upped you. He's got them in the pack.
So it wasn't until after I got the lighters, I figured out like how many lighters I actually use, how long it takes me to use a lighter. And I'm
Like
like,
a single lighter.
a single lighter is like a month, maybe a month and a half. I'm like, I got lighters for life. But then I was like, I could probably sell them. But how shady does it look when I'm trying to sell you one fucking lighter?
You're
Dude,
going to be ending up in court real soon.
So then I said, okay, well, maybe I can sell them as a pack.
dude, listen. All I'm going to say,
I'll give you 10 lighters for $10 right now.
that's a good deal.
That is a good
I mean,
These are-
I don't even smoke, and that's a good
These
deal.
are fucking big, son. And your first pick, you get to pick all the colors you want right now.
And they're all there right now.
right now.
I got all the colors right now. What you do? You like the blue? You like the blue? You like the gray? You like the black? I got the black.
Wow.
You,
You got the
you fucking
black.
with the maroon?
Wait, is the black...
Fresh infomercial lighter salesman right here on the Hype Podcast.
Well, hold up. My only question is the black one bigger than all the rest of them?
What's that Price is Right thing?
Dude, listen.
I can't
What-
really hear any of this shit.
What I gotta know? Yeah, you probably plugged it in wrong, sound guy. Good
I
job.
put it in 5.
Yeah, that's what she said. So let me get this straight. You're trying to push a fucking 10-pack of lighters on me out of the 50-pack that you got.
Yeah.
Now, what's gonna happen when 2 or 3 people take you up on that, and all of a sudden you have 6, 7 lighters because by now you've lost 2 or 3, you've left them somewhere. Now you're down to fucking 7 lighters again.
Well, I mean, once he sells to 2 or 3 people, it's only 30 lighters. He'll still have 20.
Right.
However, you have flipped back what he spent on them.
Mr. Peabody.
Yeah. Thank you for that analytical analysis, sir.
This motherfucker was coming in for the kill.
All I'm saying is it's human nature that when we have extra, we fucking waste.
Oh, we do.
Like you're gonna be out there.
I'm going to lose 4 or 5 of them.
You're gonna be out
This
there.
week.
No, yeah. You're gonna be out there.
Dude, I'm going to give them away as tips.
You're gonna be out there at the fucking club and be like, "Hey, use this lighter one time, keep it." And people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is that about?"
I think that should be a promotion at the club. Free lighters.
Got an Oh So Fresh exclusive.
Free lighters. No, they don't got nothing on them.
Dude, what you need to do is you need to make some stickers and put fucking Oh So Fresh on a lighter and sell that shit for like $2 or $3.
Here, buy my lighter.
Yeah. Either that or just toss them out in the crowd and just give them the wink and the gun.
Hell yeah. Look out for my crack pipes.
Crack pipes coming soon. Oh my fucking God. No, that's about as enticing as the fucking new Donald Trump meme that's been on Facebook lately. Have you seen that shit?
No.
Dude, they're comparing him to who's the fucking starfish?
Patrick Star.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're comparing him. They take Donald Trump's fucking tennis photo and put him side by side with Patrick Star because they all do those fucking poses like shit. And oddly enough, it's just I don't know if it's weird or just disgusting that like Donald Trump's tennis outfit is borderline see-through. Have you noticed that he wears like all white?
Yeah.
And he wears some tidy whities. I mean, that's how see-through it is.
Yeah.
Do you see his orange skin underneath all that?
Dude,
is he still orange?
That's a great question. I don't think I've paid attention to that.
I don't know if he's still. Is
he still wearing a toupee?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll never go away.
Yeah, that's the most killer comb over ever.
Dude, that guy has spent fucking years perfecting that comb over, dude.
Yeah,
that is not a one. Actually, you know what? I wonder if he has a stylist.
He should probably get LeBron tips.
Yeah. Dude, so speaking of
coming up. Do you hear these?
Speaking of the fucking NBA.
You used the wrong fucking cable.
Speaking of the NBA, dude, who gives a shit what type of cable he used? He's an amateur sound guy. Speaking of the NBA, have you heard all these fucking moves that are being made?
Yeah, they just moved Chris Paul.
Dude, they just moved Chris Paul. Fucking Neil O'Shea is making stupid ass fucking moves for Portland. We got some no name fucking Myers Leonard wannabe.
Myers Leonard wannabe.
Really? We got another fucking white guy who's afraid to dunk.
I mean, a Myers Leonard wannabe, does that mean you just play at the local elementary school?
You just do pickup games at the local Y?
I mean, what's the guy, like 23, 24?
Yeah, fresh out of fucking college, dude.
But at 24, all you can, if you're not in the NBA, you're playing pickup games.
There you go.
You have no options.
No,
pickup games at Pivotal Fitness.
Yeah. No, so check this out. There's this guy.
Yeah, he finally had a funny.
No, there's this fucking dude. I forget his name because I was in Japan while I was listening to it. This guy goes over all 74 primetime fucking draft picks, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, these guys are fucking top 74 players. That's like unheard of. That are like stars. Fucking just potential.
You mean all the draft picks this year were stars?
No. There was like 200 something draft picks, but 74 of them were potential star. Like they had college numbers to where you're like, dude, you could be a fucking Blake Griffin, a Chris Paul, a Kevin Durant, like that type of shit.
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin.
But where's Lorenzo Ball in that?
Oh, dude, he's in like the fucking bottom 5%. Dude, that guy fucking sucks.
How many shoes has he sold?
Hey, that fool was on wrestling Monday.
I know. Yeah, no, his dad was. Yeah, his dad was
on Raw or like SmackDown.
He was on Raw.
Oh, shit.
I know. You know what? I will tell you one thing, sir. I don't know the goddamn difference and don't give a fucking fuck.
Yeah. Wrestling is fucking wrestling. That's all it is.
He was on wrestling. That's like asking me which UFC number it was. I don't give a fuck.
That one where Ronda Rousey got her ass beat. That
was
really
marvelous. That shit was so good.
Really, the one that LeVar Ball was on was the only show that came on in my mind this week.
Right. So he goes over all these players that have potential fucking stardom, right? And all of a sudden, the Trailblazers come up and they're like, what is Portland Trailblazers GM Neil O'Shea doing? He recruits fucking somebody named Colin. Right? Like a dude. No, oh God, that would have been
so great.
I think it would have been better than the guy we got, right? Because Kaepernick's at least part black. No, but we get this.
At least he could take a knee while Damon ducks over him.
Yeah, let Damien jump off him. No, so we get this fucking guy, and they're so stoked about it, and I'm like, why are you fucking stoked? You passed up Washington State. Like one state away from you. You passed a Washington State fucking star guard, and wing players. Like, what the fuck is going on? We have a local sports fucking snafu going on. And you know what? If anybody's going to protest anything, I'm going to block the freeways about this.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm saying if we should...
they trading C.J. McCollum?
Jesus, we better not. No, I'm saying if Portland has anything to fucking protest besides liberalism, you need to block the freeways because of Neil O'Shea. This is fucking bullshit.
So so let me make sure I got this straight. If we're going to protest anything, we need to protest that are moves that are made in Paul Allen's organization with some of his black men. So or with some of his slaves,
his Negro,
his high paid slaves. Because, you know, it really benefits our city.
Yes.
How does it benefit our city?
Really? Do you want fucking Hillary supporters protesting, or do you want Blazer supporters protesting? What do you want?
I'd rather have no protest.
I go for Blazer supporters. You win.
Thank you.
You win.
Thank you.
At least they be organized. At least they wear the right colors so you know which team they're on.
Right. And I'm with you. I'd rather have no protesters whatsoever. But if you're gonna have protesters, I would rather guys be rocking fucking Blazer gear and being like, "What the fuck?" That way I know what you're protesting. That way I know why I'm running you over on the fucking freeway.
Let's give Paul Allen more money.
Right?
Yeah.
And my question for that is why can't protesters do something like productive, like jump off the I-5?
But hey, why?
Whoa.
No. I have a rebuttal to that. Why can't charities do something productive? They've been around for decades.
Like shut down a basketball league?
And haven't done shit. Akon brought fucking power to Africa in a year. Charities haven't done that in fucking 4 decades.
Hey, the Sunshine Division comes through for folks during the holidays.
What the fuck is Make-A-Wish doing lately?
Wow, I don't question Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish.
Man, I don't question what Make-A-Wish.
Maybe
right, maybe we should. Wow. Because I don't question what Reading Rainbow does, but maybe I fucking should.
Hey, Reading Rainbow's paid for by the government. You didn't know that?
No, because we're being fucking brainwashed by him.
So take a look. In
a book. It's Reading Rainbow. Yeah, you got some lyricists on the show. I don't know if you know, Oso.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
and that was a bar just there.
Yeah, we rhyme sometimes, just so you know.
Yeah,
we're like boys to men, but I'm the boy and he's the man. Pause.
Oh, I like that I'm the man in the situation.
Oh.
Pause.
Hey, I'm the one with the white van there.
Wow,
son.
That's a lot of fucking pausing.
That's a lot to take in. I understand. Go ahead and take a minute.
I'm just gonna kick back right now. There's a lot going on right now.
Pause,
dude. So what have you been up to since I've been gone? And I mean, I've only been gone for a week, but I want to know about your life.
I'm just pausing right now. There's a whole bunch going on. So you're the man. And you're the boy. I just want to make sure I get that straight.
No, I have the white van, so I'm the adult.
Oh, okay.
Wait, he has the white van with the free candy.
Yeah.
Hey, now listen.
I just know when your suicide pact happens, I want to know who I'm going to find on top.
No. I'm in route of making him a shirt that says, "I need to see the candy first. I'm not stupid."
I would read that shit too. Yeah. Or I would wear that shit. Sorry, I would wear that shit.
He's like, I'd read that shit before I get the van.
I always see this motherfucker on a very special episode of some sitcom back in the 80s.
No, he's going to be on the new America's Most Wanted.
Oh, don't sell one man out like that.
No, he's going to be the fucking victim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Please no.
We're looking for a white van. Shaquiz Michaels was last seen talking to a man about candy.
Hey. If you get felt up, get some counseling, because I don't need you letting that shit out on the show.
First of all, ain't no one filling me up without a punch to the throat.
It got personal.
Second of all, he can't afford counseling. So
I can't afford counseling.
So he's just going to fucking...
I'm going to curl up in the fetal position and call Oso about my problems.
I'm just saying, you can use your FMLA. You know what I'm saying? We got the Hype Podcast where we pay you nothing. It does have family leave.
No, he's gonna fucking WebMD that shit and be like, how should I feel after I've been violated?
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what? And I don't want to take it lightly. I'm sure it happens to some legitimately grown men. But if it happened to you and you came back, I would feel some type of way. I don't know what type of way I'd feel, but there's some type of way.
After all, this is the guy this is the guy right here.
We are your friends.
Before the show was like, me? I ain't got to question anal. What are you talking about? Why you got to question that?
It ain't happening for me. I gotta question it.
And you looked at him and said that should not even be a topic of conversation.
So we're having I guess we'll round it out with this because this seems interesting enough. We're having a conversation at the start of the show. I mean, before the show started, and no, the lost tapes will never come out.
Can I tell it? I mean, it's partially my story.
You should
go
ahead and set it up your way.
All right. So, I'm out and about, and I'm having dinner with a lady friend of mine, and she, we're getting a little drunk, a little tipsy, and she randomly goes, "Just so you know, I don't do anal." And I thought that was fucking hilarious. I was like, okay, wow. Apparently, that's like an open invitation to,
That means it's on.
Yeah, that means I'm putting limitations on you.
I mean, you should probably check the local laws there. But I think I call that consent.
I mean, if I'm on a Law and Order SVU episode, I'm clear. I'm in the clear.
I would throw that right up there.
Yeah, and so we're joking around,
and not to be crude, but all other holes. Okay,
right.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I mean,
that's 66%.
Even if it's an ear thing. Huh?
Well, damn, 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
No, so I end the evening. I'm very light and casual about it. I send her on her way, and she's like, "Well, we can hang out some more." And I'm like, "Cool, we can go get some drinks." And as I'm fucking telling this story, Shaq chimes in and goes, "Yeah, I'm not even all about that anal. If I was asked about that, no, sir. I don't know about you, host with no name." And Oso chimes in and goes, "Listen, I don't know what type of conversations you having, but I'm not the one. So if I'm even around a motherfucker,
this shit like he was Ice Cube. I ain't the one."
I will tell you straight up, anal has never come up.
Yeah, it's never in the fucking conversation for me.
Any conversation. And I've definitely, I got long eyelashes. I've been approached by some fellas, and anal does not come out. It just does not come. Nobody has ever asked me, "Hey, you cool with anal?"
No one asked you. No girl ever asked you.
No girl, or I mean, the likelihood it would be a man because I don't. I guess you could meet a chick with a strap on or whatever.
I'm asking if they asked you to do it to them.
To do it. That's a whole nother story there.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. Listen,
that's where the funny goes because that's regular. I mean,
that's regular.
That happens in real life. I'm not saying everybody's down with that, with the doo-doo brown, but it's more of a regular thing. Now, for her to say, "Hey, are you cool with anal?" I mean, I might
on a whim.
I might have to take another long sip of my drink.
Like,
and really factor out if does that mean you're going to put something on or somebody's going to meet me in the alley? Am I getting paid for this?
Well, I had the best response ever, which I wanted to share with you guys live on the show. And no, I didn't give you any pretense for this because it was fucking so epic that I just had to let you know. So the moment she says this, she's like, "Well, I'm not into anal, so how do you feel about that?" And my response to her was, "Well, if you're not into it, I mean, I'm not going to make you because that's a whole nother ensemble." And she was just like, and she's a...
He's like, I didn't bring those tools.
Yeah. Like she's a foreigner. So I'm like, I'm not going to push this issue because where you're from, people might just think that's okay. Yeah. Like I could just forcefully sodomize a woman and I'm go about my day. No, sir. No, ma'am. I'm not about that.
Hey, and
I applaud you for that.
Thank you. I think you should bring that around because there are still only 2 rules to the show.
Which we are abiding by both.
There is always an optional third. But no rape, no cancer.
Right.
Those are the 2 things we don't talk about on the show. This is the Hype Podcast.
I am the host with no name.
And I'm Swizz Michael.
Why don't you hit the outro?
Yo.
I didn't know what time to go yet.
After we've been going for 40-something minutes.
Well, technically we've only been going for 30. Remember, we didn't get into like 15.
Listen here, Mr. Soundman.
Mr. Peabody.
I need you to gauge the show like you know what you're fucking doing. So we about to be out. Oh, so you already know. So it's about that time to go.
Yeah.
This is the Hype Podcast. I am the host of No Name.
I'm stepping all over his words, and I'm TJ Also Fresh. You can hit us up. Oh, and this is
Swedish Michaels. It's the Hype Podcast.
Woo!
You can hit us up 442-999-HYPE or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/the Hype Podcast.
Hit us up on Twitter. I guess somebody will talk to you. It's at the Hype Podcast. Instagram at the Hype Podcast. If you're old and crusty and dusty, get us on the email. It's the Hype Podcast at gmail.com. Because you know what? Oh, I'm too early.
It's
That's
not.
what it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yo, and just so you know, we're about to bring back the Hype Podcast rap battle. So stay tuned.
Prepare yourself.
I hope you understand we got cars in the background because it's hot up in this motherfucker. This is the Hype Podcast after the podcast. And what I have to say is, no hard feelings to our guy over at X-Ray, but we had to keep it 100 with our fans because we kind of shit on them by saying we were going to do something. And when we say something, we're going to do something, we do it.
Because you know a motherfucker has to keep it real.